Alright, Lancers, so the 10th anniversary of Brave Souls has officially started, and one of the special parts about this anniversary is the fact that we've returned to form what made Brave Souls anniversary special, getting new original design units. Introducing our first set of Soul Ascension units with a new Ichigo and also Rukia, which look absolutely amazing, and very well might be the future for Bleach Brave Souls. Because when it came to previous years of Brave Souls for the anniversary headliners, one of the more impactful releases of all time was 3rd anniversary Aaroniero. It was Caleb's first big leap, designing original units supervised by Kubo. The design itself came out absolutely amazing. It was such an exciting time when this character did release. And because the design itself was so good, the big question would be, is this going to kickstart more original design units? While it's great that Aaroniero got one, we would also love the other Espada to receive similar designs, and we got exactly that with the Canfia and World collaboration. While the characters' designs themselves had no relation to Canfia World, it did make the overall collaboration more exciting, and pretty much gave us original forms for every main line Espada, and of course as someone that named the channel after one, I was super excited to finally get a really good Aaroniero. But by the time the original design units for the Espada wrapped up, the big question was, what's next for Brave Souls? Surely the following step would be to do something similar for captains. So when it came around for the 5th anniversary, we got an absolute bombshell that no one expected. Original design Ichigo and Byakum, but more so we have a look at Byakum. This was the start of Beyond Bankai units. Now, the name in itself is a phantom. The official name is a soul reaching greater height, and that's something that all the other Spirits of With You characters also sheds. So in my opinion, two of the more impactful releases of all time in Brave Souls was Aaroniero and also Byakum, because it kickstarted a future collaboration, but more so gave us more original design units outside of an anniversary. And the Beyond Bankai designs in particular were even more special, because it did get us excited, but most importantly kept us interested as we waited for 1000 Year Blood War to return. Now, 1000 Year Blood War for the time being, of course, is still going to be the main focus, and we're going to continue to get 1000 Year Blood War banners pretty much every end of month. And that's why the 10th anniversary is a bit more special, because it's stepping away from the norm, going back to what we wanted, giving us original design units, something that we've never seen before. Both Ichigo and also Rukia look absolutely amazing, but again, the question now is, what are these designs? What series are they part of? Are they a one-off anniversary special, like 7th anniversary? Are they Beyond Bankais? I know many were quick to call Rukia a Beyond Bankai because she had not received one in the past. But we are in a fortunate situation where Caleb have already outright told us the names for these units. They are going to be part of the Soul Ascension series. And that's an important word, series. This is not me making it up, it's actually in the trailer for the new 10th anniversary characters. They are part of the Soul Ascension series. So this, in my opinion, almost pretty much confirms, even though Caleb didn't mention it in the live stream, that this is going to be the start of many more original designs going forward into the future, similar to what 5th anniversary Byakum and 3rd anniversary Aaroniero kickstarted. And you could also make the case that maybe we're looking too much into it, but I also think this loading screen is further confirmation of more original designs coming to our game as part of this series, because the 10th anniversary banner is called Soul Ascension First Stage in the top left. So two signs of more to come, and pretty much, in my opinion, confirmation that the future of Brave Souls is going to be Soul Ascension. And in my opinion, if Caleb do want to go down this route, I think it makes perfect sense, especially with the 1000 Year Blood War anime characters. Now, I'm not going to say we're running out of characters, right? We haven't even gotten a lot of characters from Core 1, Core 2, and starting next week, we are about to begin Core 3 characters in Brave Souls. But I would say at least in the year 2025, we did see Caleb slow down a tad bit when it comes to 1000 Year Blood War characters, mainly because they went a bit too crazy post 9th anniversary, where every 2 weeks it was just Blood War units. But pretty much since the start of the year, every end of month has been 1000 Year Blood War, but it's been cycling between seasonal and also canon units. And in my opinion, that's actually a really good idea, because if you do like canon characters, you get one every 2 months, enough time to save for the next canon banner, and if you like seasonal units, you are actively getting more of those, again, once more a banner every 2 months. And more so, if you are a fan of 1000 Year Blood War, right, you get to get really cool characters, first time ever getting their season units in-game. But this trend has pretty much followed through the entire year. Core 3 characters are about to begin next week, and there's actually quite a decent amount of cash we can get from that, but remember, Caleb have to last all these characters all the way until pretty much end of year 2026, essentially a year and a half away before we potentially even start getting our first set of final season of Bleach 1000 Year Blood War. We have no idea when the final season of Bleach is going to air, but remember, once that season does end, it takes 6 months before we start to get those characters from that season. So maybe knowing that 1000 Year Blood War is eventually coming to an end, end, but more so to last until that point. Maybe the game plan now is again going to be introducing more original design units, and even if it isn't to stall out the Blood War release, right, it's to add maybe more excitement in between 1000-year battle banners, similar to when Comfy World was first releasing, where it would cycle between the two and you get to appreciate each individual one instead of just getting showered in one design, 1000-year Blood War original design units. Because right now that is something that people are saying, is that we're getting too much 1000-year Blood War, again, especially near the end of 2024, and ultimately that was the biggest problem with the 9th anniversary, is that to some people it just felt like a normal end of month banner. But now I guess if we are to get more Soul Ascension units, the question now is, when are we going to start getting those? Ultimately, the answer is unknown. As of right now, Caleb haven't really said anything officially that more characters are coming, but they have clearly given us hints of that. And I would personally say, and this goes from me myself, right, look out for any upcoming live streams, maybe at the end of year Banker live stream, any before that, where they might announce the characters in advance. When it came to Beyond Bankai characters, Beyond Resurrection, they did announce the characters in advance, and I feel like this is such a big deal that they're going to start working on it, planning it over the next 6 or so months, and at the end of the year, potentially, they're going to announce that more Soul Ascension units are coming. It might be a while before we see our next set of Soul Ascension units, but this, in my opinion, is definitely the start. And because it is going to be a new series, I guess in this case, any character is really possible, right? Even if they have received an original character in the past, it opens up the door once more for them to get more units. Could we also potentially get Quincy's as part of this Soul Ascension series? And personally, my big one, if I can even find them right now, I think the almost 2 that would be confirmed if it was to happen is an original design Orihime and also Chad's. Probably include Uryu in that too. While he does have an original design unit during the 7th anniversary, the Soul Ascension series is so different compared to what we got with this particular unit that in a way it would warrant him getting another original design character. But now that Ryuki has been done, Chad and Orihime are pretty much the last of the main characters to be given original designs. And personally, I can't see these characters happen during an anniversary. So if we were to continue the Soul Ascension series outside of an anniversary, which is an exciting end of month banner, I could definitely see these characters be part of the series. And if possible too, I would also love to see potential Quincy as part of this series too. I know since we have gotten Beyond Bankai, Beyond Resurrection, a big want to is that we could potentially get a Beyond Vostandich. I mean, as of right now, we still have to get the characters first and foremost, and still get them in their Vostandich form before we maybe even start thinking about getting Beyond Vostandich. But I guess also Quincy's could be part of this Soul Ascension series. And I guess to me personally, right, I feel like this is probably worth mentioning. If we were to get more Soul Ascension units, would they be classed as limited characters? I would say the answer is most likely yes, but it's definitely possible future Soul Ascension units released outside of an anniversary could be also premium. Really depends on how Caleb wants to handle it, but the previous original design units, Beyond Bankai, Beyond Resurrection, they were part of the novel collaboration, more so really just to long out the collaboration because there weren't that many characters to include, but also it gave Caleb an excuse to make them limited. And realistically, for games like this, they don't need an excuse to make characters limited. I mean, even outside of Brave Souls, every game has limited units. So I wouldn't be surprised if we do get more Soul Ascension units in the future, and they are limited. I think that's kind of fine in of itself. If they're premium, great, you can get them from summon tickets. But anytime we do get premium characters, right, you know, people always say they're going to skip it and just get them from tickets later on. So it would give reason for Caleb to make them limited, even if there's no collaboration tied behind it. And I guess it's also once more worth mentioning too, at least as of right now, there's been no sign of Kubo being involved with these original designs. Previously, he would speak about actually designing them. Whenever we did get original design units, it would be plastered all over the banner that Kubo supervised the designs. And in this case, for the 10th anniversary, we don't have none of that. Now, that in of itself is also fine. While it is cool to have Kubo's name attached to it, a lot of the times, every past original designs unit, it's like 90% Caleb, 10% Kubo. They just send the designs to Kubo, he picks the better one, maybe gives a few feedback, that's what supervision is. But just because Kubo isn't part of this, you know, Soul Ascension series doesn't make it any less special. Because most of the time it is Caleb that is making these characters. But that then leads us to the final question, a question for you lads. What characters do you want to see part of the Soul Ascension series? Again, for me, I think it is Chad and Orihime. I feel like they deserve original design characters, and this is the best chance they can have for it. Once more, it might be a while before we do see more Soul Ascension units, but there are already plenty of signs, almost confirmation, that this is going to be the start of many. I mean, K-Lab themselves are calling it a series. And from what we've seen thus far with Ichigo and Rukia, I am massive fans of these designs. This Ichigo, again, is probably my favorite original Ichigo in the game, which is saying a lot because he has a lot of great original designs. But nonetheless, I'm excited to see what's to come. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys next time. Take care and peace.